The following stream has been approved for all puzzle audiences by the puzzle general community.
Hey Forky, I'll hop on commentary if you don't have anyone else.
Yo, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Pokemon Puzzle League Speedrun Tournament. I will be your host for today, BB Forky, and we got quite a good one going for you right now. We're down to basically the very end of the tournament, and it's going to be losers finals. Tayman versus Cards of the Heart, number 1 versus number 6. Don't let that seed discrepancy fool you. These are two of the best in the business, and yeah, the winner of this match is going to be facing FFR Pro in the grand finals. We had, 16 enter at the beginning, and now we're just down to 3 left. I am so excited for this. But before we get into this a little bit further, we got a little introductory video for any of you that might not be too familiar with this game series.
Pokémon Puzzle League is a match 3 puzzle game first released for the Nintendo 64 on September 25, 2000 in North America and March 2, 2001 in Europe. It was re-released on the Nintendo Wii Virtual Console in both regions in May 2008. It is a match 3 puzzle game in that if you match at least 3 of the same panel either horizontally or vertically, the panels will disappear. To win, however, you need to do more than simply match 3 at a time. You need to make combos and chains to not only prevent your gradually rising stack from reaching the top of your playfield for a time, but also to send garbage blocks to your opponent to make their stack reach the top of their playfield. You make combos by matching more than 3 panels in a row at the same time. They don't keep your stack from rising for very long, but they do send small garbage blocks to your opponent that can prove to be very disruptive. You make chains by linking sets of 3 or more matches together. Make a set of panels disappear, and then have the panels immediately above them fall into another match. Not only does this keep your stack from rising for a longer period of time, but it will make thicker garbage blocks that will be more effective at actually filling out your opponent's stack to the top. If your stack reaches the top of your playfield and the game tries to break the stack through the top, you lose, so you want to avoid this at all costs and force it on your opponent as much as possible. To beat these computer opponents, you will have to either make sure that they run out of time while their stack is completely topped off, send so much garbage to your opponent so that they can no longer make a move, or send garbage to your opponent in such a way so that they think they can no longer make a move. Easy mode has 11 stages, normal has 14, hard has 15, and V-hard and S-hard have 16. In this tournament, players will be racing through those stages to get to the end as fast as they can. The first player to defeat the final opponent wins the race. The first player to win a predetermined number of races wins the match. Best of luck to all of our players.
Alrighty. Tournament format, which we've seen. We only have just a little bit left, as I mentioned before, but we have been going through a double elimination bracket. We got to our top 8 after a group stage that was a round robin for each group, and we've seen 2 losses and you're out. So this losers finals, both of these players have lost once in the winners bracket, so the loser of this match will be out of the tournament. We had V-hard for the earlier matches. We are now on to the S-hard difficulty matches. And since these are a little bit longer, this match is only a best of 3. So the first person to get 2 wins will be moving on to face FFR in the grand finals, which will be a best of 5. And since FFR was the only person to not drop a game so far in this bracket, he will be starting off with a 1-0 lead during that. So it's going to be tough for whoever does win this match. They're already going to be at a deficit trying to win this entire tournament. And it's something that you want to do this time around because we have a prize pool for the first time in tournament history. Very excited. We have currently, as you see the ticker at the bottom, $350 has been contributed to this prize pool. And you can see the splits there towards the middle of the screen. First place gets a whopping 40% of everything that's been contributed. Second, 20%. You can see the other various percentages, as well as the redemption bracket winner, which we saw yesterday happen live. I Like Being Smart will be taking home 3% of that. And then we're going to be raffling off 2% to a random player that did not win one of these prizes. And if you want to contribute to this prize pool, it's not too late here. Donations, Twitch bits, subscriptions are all going to contribute, and I believe Cards is still matching those donations up to the 500. So if you do want to help these players earn a little bit more and, you know, bleed Cards' pocket a little bit, you definitely can get in on that. But I will also be joined alongside Dark Aries for this broadcast here. He is now here. Dark Aries, how are you doing today, man?
I'm doing all right. I managed to get here just in the nick of time, and you covered my butt for the 2 seconds that I was late. But I'm here now, and I'm really excited to watch the final match here.
Hey, I wouldn't say you're late. I'd say you're just on time because we're getting into the juicy bits right now. Aries coming in here. You've been keeping an eye on the tournament, I assume, but I noticed you've been doing a lot of commentary here as of late just because your schedule's been freeing up more. But, I mean, this is pretty much what we expected, right? FFR, Tayman, Cards, the top three. I mean, it's the classic at this point.
It's Team Canada versus Team USA. It always happens every single time.
FFR looking to do a Puzzle General first here, too. I mean, this is the first time we've done 2 Puzzle League series tournaments in 1 year, I believe, but FFR looking to sweep both as he already got the Tetris Attack tournament victory earlier on, and now he's in a very good spot to get the Puzzle League tournament here. But we'll talk about him more next week when we do have that grand finals. For now, Tayman and Cards of the Heart, 2 of the best in the game here. You see their qualifying ranks, first and second, averaging some of the best, both former S-Hard world record holders. They got top 5 in just about every single category there. Tay with a 6th on easy, but it's probably really close to 5th. Like, man, what do you expect with 2 high-class runners like this, Aries?
Well, the thing is, normally when I commentate, there's one of the things that I at least notice are the things that players can always do a bit better. Because as someone who doesn't really play myself, but more of kind of like I'm trying to pay attention for things to find things to commentate on, I'll always notice like, oh, you know, they did a really big chain there, or they could raise the stack higher, or like the little nuances. The color commentary is the colorblind kid, as I like to say. But anyways, here, I think it's just going to be a full-blown just bouts where there's going to be a lot of precision happening, a lot of good board vision. We're going to be in awe most of the time is what I'm predicting.
I would agree, and I'm just excited for this matchup because of like the people who've done Pokemon Puzzle League specifically, like just attempts and practice and tournaments. These 2 have probably put in the most like consistent grinds. Like Cards has been doing it since 2013, and ever since Tay's been in the community, he's definitely put in the most attempts out of anybody in the past 3 years. So it's 2 people who are fresh to the game, who are very committed, very serious. And they've already shown some pretty good times here. Just unfortunate both had to fall kind of victim. Both of them lost to FFR, by the way. That's why they're both in losers here. But I don't know. I'm expecting this a 2-1, hopefully at least. But I really couldn't tell you who would win here. Maybe Tay has the slight advantage just because he's been getting more consistent times. But I don't know. It's a toss-up for sure.
You know what? I'm going to go bold. I think that it's going to be a 3-0.
A 3-0.
A 3-0. That is my bold prediction here right now because they're both really good players, but I feel it's going to be one of those things where it's like it's always close, but one of them manages to get the win every single time.
All right. I will remind you, though, Aries, this is the best 2 out of 3, so we can only go to 2-0 if it is a stomp.
Okay, well, you know what? Then that's what we're doing, okay? That's what we're doing.
All right. But you don't know who it's going to be. Whoever just wins that first game's going to run away with it.
I just know that it's going to be close, but it's going to be like, when you look at the scoreboard, you'd be like, oh, they swept. But then you'll watch the match and you'll be like, oh, okay, maybe it's not that simple.
I think I could see that because momentum's such a big thing in this game, and I could easily see it a 2-1, a 2-0. I mean, those are our only two options at this point, but I guess without further ado, let's just jump right into it. We have both of our razors ready, so we got number 1, TaymanND, number 6, Cards of the Heart. The action coming at you right now. All right, we're going to be starting off by listening to Tayman's audio on the left side here, him being the higher seed. A reminder, we will be doing S-Hard, which is the hardest of the 5 difficulties in this game. 16 stages total. The first person to get through all of them and get that very last kill at the end will be our victor for a race.
Yeah, and I mean, if you guys tuned in yesterday, that was V-Hard, so the amount of stages will be the same. The strategy between the 2 difficulties is a little bit different because this is more difficult, and what kind of worked in V-Hard might necessarily not translate 100% into S-Hard, so...
Yeah, it's crazy. There's like a general strat, of course, the double 4 combo that we've seen for most difficulties, but there are some little bit of nuances that we will talk about a little bit as we get into this race. But both of our runners are readied up. We're going to be seeing this action very shortly here. And there we are. We are off. Tayman's POV is going to be a little bit ahead, it looks like, just by a second. We'll have to keep that in mind as this race is going on. But here we are, Gary. The first stage, maybe the most annoying stage by some of our runners, is like stages or runs of people doing serious attempts often just die at this stage. I've definitely had some walls in the past that are just Gary resets over and over again.
Yeah, I mean, it makes or breaks your vibe, right? If you get a quick kill like Tayman just did, 16 seconds, you're like, oh, this is a good start. And then if it takes like 50 seconds, you're like, man, why don't I just restart from the very beginning? But you can't because this is a race and there aren't, like, you could, but you can't just reset the timer. It's not how it works.
Mm-hmm. We mentioned how some of these strats will differ from difficulty to difficulty, and you're going to see it from player to player here too. Card's one of the pioneers of this category pretty early on, who's actually, like, probably taken some advice a little bit from Tayman as of late, because Tay has just had... like solid consistency over the past couple years. Tayman is very aggressive when it comes to this category. You'll see him doing resets very early. He might be dropping chains pretty early here. He did extend that one out a lot, and it ended up working out perfectly for him. He's off to a pretty solid lead here as Cards. He is getting stalled out on Gary right now.
Yeah, it's a rough start for Cards right there. But, you know, the thing about this game is we've even seen 4 stage leads and then come back, you know, on the rubber band. So even though there's a little bit of a lead now, you know, when you get hit about like what, Tracy, thereabouts, that's when the kind of edge starts to shrink. So
yeah, we've seen comebacks as far as probably 7 or 8 stages in past tournament history, and maybe even in casual races, probably like 11 to 12. It can be crazy. Some person getting on one wall and someone just striking it rich, getting quick kill after quick kill. As you see Cards, he did finally get past Gary here. Tayman's going to be taking his first reset on Misty here. So it's very early. It's hard to tell exactly who's going to be getting off to a big lead here. The beginning 8 for me personally, I find this a really weird part of S-Hard because the CPU's not to their most optimal speed, so they can do something fast. Like, if you take a look at Tayman's screen, that left side is so low right now, so Tayman dropped this chain, and he's probably going to get this kill because the CPU's like, all right, I got nothing else on the left side, so we're just going to call it quits, as Cards gets the kill at the same time here.
yeah, just kind of making that small here. There's going to be like a lot of words thrown about kind of during these early few stages here, but then we're gonna get to the points where it's like they're gonna be stuck on a stage for a minute, and it's like, are they gonna reset? Are they not gonna reset? And they might just get stonewalled where they got to reset like 3 times. And
it's a battle versus the RNG. It's a battle versus your mind because there is no correct answer. If you think the kill's not gonna happen too quickly, it could be the best possible scenario to reset quickly, but there are instances where if you don't reset, you end up getting that kill right afterward. As Cards, that's not going to be the case for that. He just has a beautiful setup kill there, and Surge just Misty ran out of time there, and Cards moving on to Surge already ties it up, and he's technically taking a little bit of a lead here as Tayman resets.
Yeah, this is you know what, I was not expecting this many resets in the early stages, but you know, it is the first Pokeball. So, you know, a little bit of first match jitters and everything like that. They'll start to come more into I can't find the English words right now. You know what, they will be more comfortable with their gameplay as they progress. That is what I wanted to say.
I definitely agree. Don't worry, English is my only language, and I can't speak it half the time properly. But, yeah, I think nerves might be one of the biggest things here. We have two people with a lot of experience, but it is late in the tournament, and I gotta think, especially with how big the percentage pushes for the prize pool are going to be for this end round, that might be just even more of a new factor here for just, I don't know, it might be lingering in either one of their heads. Like, okay, if I win this match, that could be potentially, you know, like, I mean, it's just, you know, spending money, but like 50 to like $100 more in grand finals if you end up winning that, you know, it's a couple goodies. Nothing too extreme, but anyone would take that. As look at this, we're gonna have both of them finishing Surge pretty much at the same time, and this is kind of what I saw different here. I think what I've noticed from Cards, as of recently, because he will do resets less than Tayman, but Cards will set up a double 4 combo on the back end. I think Tay will elect to do that sometimes too, but he might be just a little bit more aggressive with resets. But since Cards did set that up, he managed to play it out for Surge. It took a minute to get the kill, but he did get that second chance 4 combo strat to get it. And Tayman, he's got the setup here. Erica's very low on stop time, but just enough time there to get the greens. We have
resets.
Yeah, it's very, very, very equal here. No one like after the small 2-stage lead from Tayman at the beginning, Cards tied it up pretty quickly here, and you know, no one's budging. Quick kills are pretty much happening at the same time, and you know, it's kind of a slower start, I would say, for both of them, but that is as hard. You'll have a sub 20 run, and sometimes you'll have a over 30-minute run.
Yeah. Now, jumping back a little bit, for maybe some of us who don't really know the correct terminology here, when you mentioned that Cards had the double 4 on the back end, how does one necessarily get to that result?
Now, it can be, it's very odd, and even I don't know how to specifically set it up in the perfect way, but you do your initial 4 combo, and if you guys are unfamiliar, we should explain that strat in the first place, how they are getting these quick kills. So the AI will prioritize the garbage or the panels underneath the lowest garbage block. So you see on Card's screen, he's just gonna look at those panels that were underneath it, but it actually fell in place of a chain. But basically, they're setting that up, trying to cheese out the AI. And now the second chance that Aries just mentioned a second ago, you're gonna like kind of want to send some small combo garbage blocks on top of the big chain block, and then hope that the AI kind of clears that away, and then all of a sudden it gives room for 2 more 4 combo garbage blocks to fall and potentially get a kill later on. It sounds a little bit confusing, but it's definitely a strat here, but not needed, as 2 quick kills, a little bit slower of a kill from Tayman, but it was on his initial sin there.
Yeah, I mean, Cards is not that far behind, and honestly, they've flip-flopped here and there, so this, you know what, my early prediction's true. It's so far a pretty close game.
It's so unpredictable in this first 8, but my gut feeling is whoever gets past Tracy first might be the person who ends up winning this race. Because with that increased cursor speed movement from the AIs at the end, someone is likely to just run away with it.
Oh, is that it for Tay right there?
Oh, he was 1 line short. You see him jump up in his seat a little bit there. You hate to see it because he had a beautiful sin there, but You know, unfortunately, the AI will like downstack and waste a lot of their panels like that, and he had to send 10 lines, and that can be a little tough, especially if you're trying to do a quick send. So, unfortunate for Tay, he's got to shake that off and go for another kill here, because he is in the lead by a stage still, so he doesn't need to worry just yet.
That's why I do love the additions to webcams in the layouts here, because the last tournament they kind of existed, but they were a bit smaller, and then Cards got the layouts reworked to have those bigger images there, and it's just always exciting when you can see how someone reacts to a given moment.
The face cams are definitely a good addition, getting bigger so you can tell a little bit. With every tournament we'll do, they'll keep getting bigger and bigger, and soon we'll have them just cover the whole screen. We won't even care about the gameplay.
We just need their faces. That's what it is.
I mean, you could probably tell what's happening just based on their facial expressions alone. You see him do a fist pump, all right, they got the good RNG. Or if you see Tay with this classic salt face, then you know what happened. All right.
That's unfortunate on Tay's side there, but
he had an opportunity. Cards also with a very low stack for his opponent. It looks like the Reds might have enough time here, but I think he still will get this kill. The Blues, oh, that was scary.
Yeah, that was super close. But Tayman also cleared.
Yeah, Tay waited it out after those 4 combos did get cleared, since it was a low amount of panels for Sabrina there. And it pays off for him not too much longer. And just like that, Cards, another lead swap back in the lead, but it's never been that much for Cards.
Honestly, I don't know. It might be a little bit more, because Tay's feed is a couple seconds ahead of Cards. So he's a little bit more ahead at this point, I think.
He's probably around like 4 seconds, which... doesn't matter too much here, but in general,
one reset and it's fine.
Yeah, one reset just changes everything. And if you like to play it out and kind of get unlucky and don't get those kills, you can waste even more time. So like doing a 1 to 1.5 minute reset just feels awful, because not only did you waste that time there, you have to factor in all the like menu stuff that you're doing in between there, so you can get close to like 2 minutes at the worst. But here we go, Tay. This is a little bit of my prediction. If he's able to get past Tracy here, because Tracy just likes to do Tracy things. Sometimes does a chain and you get lucky here, or sometimes just does nothing, raises the stack here. Tay's going to try to look... Oh, yeah, it did.
18 seconds, hot damn.
See, look, this is a classic Tracy. Tay was trying to extend that out as long as he could, maybe trying to look for some separated pillars, and it was looking good maybe for a second. Tracy got rid of a lot of stop time, but unfortunately he will have to reset here. And let's see if Cards can get through Tracy first instead. Ooh, okay. This maybe is looking good. I'm worried for those Blues on the right. The Reds now, I don't think they're going to be able to get lined up.
Nope. Wow. 24 seconds.
All right, this is the first real definitive lead from Cards, but it might not last long because Tayman beautifully time dropped there. Gonna get a 22-second kill. So Tay's like, as soon as Cards gets the lead, I'm not gonna let you pull out too far in front of me.
One of the things, if the viewers haven't noticed yet, there is a visual difference between the two feeds right now. Cards is playing on the default, 18 seconds, nice, on the default block set, which is based off of Pokemon badges, but Tayman plays on the basic set, which is based off the tile set in Tetris Attack and Panel de Pon. So it's a bit of a personal choice. When I first played Pokemon Puzzle League, when the game came out on the N64, I was a big default. I was like, man, I can't play on the regular shapes. But nowadays, I'm like, nah, I need the basic shapes. And even a simple change like that can really change how you play, because it's a mental thing, right? It's whatever you need to help you more build the chains in the back of your mind, right? So
Oh man! Oh wow! On card screen, he got really unfortunate because the horizontal cleared the left 4 combo on the right side, but then Giovanni gave him a gift, just cleared basically everything. And this is exactly what I'm talking about. These guys get past Tracy, excuse me, and they are just cruising. Tay not letting cards break out to a big lead here, and we could see multiple quick kills coming out. We could see 2 sub-20s this race because they have picked up steam since the beginning of this race.
Oh yeah. Well, it's reached that point, right? Where, how do I explain this properly? When you are trying to teach someone how to do something, you inevitably find it difficult because you have to slow down and think about how you're doing things. When a lot of things, when you're doing it, you just do it mentally, right? It's just like ba 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 ba. It's a rhythm. But as soon as it's like, hey, can you show me how to do that? Okay, so I gotta like do that. Or wait, am I doing this? So on the earlier stages, you're going up against what is inevitably a slower opponent. So it's like the same thing that you're trying to do, it doesn't necessarily work exactly as you want on them. But on these guys, it's the harder AI, and they just whiz fast, right? So you can, it's in a sense, the faster and stronger the AI, the more beneficial it is to the strategies that have been developed.
I would definitely agree. I'd have to talk to Tayman and Cards about that, but I think they would agree that these late stages seem to be more consistent at the end. At least most of them preach the Mewtwo free, which Mewtwo being the fastest cursor speed movement in the game, it would make sense that that would be the case. But it looks like both of them actually a little bit of a wall here on Richie. The red's going to line up on Cards. I think he'll wait to play this out, but this is looking a little rough. Those yellows are going to have a chance to be cleared here. But, yeah, it does get cleared immediately. So, I mean, they slowed down as soon as I said they were picking up steam here, but this is one of the closest races I think I've seen of the tournament, because ever since, like, stage 4 or stage 5, these guys have not pulled off to a big lead. And oh no, Tayman, he was a line short, and because of that, oh my goodness, he got the clear, and he resets it before even the next clear was able to happen there. He was not happy with that.
Yeah, that was really unfortunate right there. But you know, they're both stonewalled on Richie here. Maybe that should be like the new metric for you. Instead of Tracy, it's Richie. Whoever gets past Richie, then we're good.
That's another popular. Tracy and Richie are my 2 walls, at least throughout my history of speedrunning it, so it makes sense. Shout out to Cards, by the way, doing the mystery chain there. Unfortunately, it didn't pay off for him, and because of that, Tayman finally does get the quick kill here on Richie. 4 stages to go. He's looking in a good spot. Sub 20 is going to be pretty hard for him to get, but if he rolls off 4 quick kills back to back here, he's going to get the win, and he's going to get a nice little sub 20. Good confidence going into the next race.
Yeah. Oh yeah. And Cards had like a double. Yeah. Okay. I don't even know how to explain that, but 13 seconds, that's pretty damn fast.
The combo king, man. He's like, 2 4 combos are not enough. I'm gonna send 2 more on top of it.
Hey, if it works, it works.
Oh my god, the cursor speed movement. Sometimes I just don't look at the AI enough, and I'm just like, geez, these guys move way too quick. Tay has not sent enough here. I'm worried. This is 2 raises. Oh no. He's got to be very upset with that, because he only had to send 1 more line, but he had like so much time to do it too.
Yeah.
Cards
it just could have been a lapse in awareness there.
Oh my, not only did he do a mystery chain, he did a mystery chain extended out to a 16, I believe there. He's appealing to my good side right now. But look, he extended it out, and he actually got unlucky, because if the 4 combo drops to the very bottom, now the AI is just going to neglect it and go for the big chain block here at the top. And there's that clear. We might see Cards do a reset here. Yeah.
Yep.
And look at that. Tay gets the kill. Very flat stack here from Lorelei, taking the lead right back. This is so even right now. We'll have to keep an eye closely on both of them. It's just when I look away from one, the other starts doing something pretty crazy and getting the kill. Cards drops his chain early here, and I think it's just going to get cleared out. Yeah, he might elect to do an early reset here. Meanwhile, on Tay's side, he's extending out this chain. He's going to let it go, and he's got 2 pillars on both sides. This could be looking good for him.
Yeah, because the AI screwed up on this. Oh, I don't know.
Does a lot of clears. The reds were the last opportunity. And nope, he's gonna screw that up and not drop the red in the hole there. And now Tay actually taking the biggest lead since the beginning of this match, and what a time to do so as we are on the final 2 stages here. Cards still getting stuck on Lorelei, man. I wonder if he's watching Tay's screen too, because that is an option both players have. And me personally, I like to not do it in Puzzle League specifically, just because my strat's not going to change generally if I'm in the lead or if I'm trailing. But I can definitely see why someone would do it, just to keep an eye on their opponent. And if you see that you're having bad luck and someone did just take the lead from you after you guys were battling back and forth for like the past 8 stages, it might get in your head a little bit.
Yeah, I know that yesterday, both of them were actually talking about looking at the opponent's screen. For one reason is it kind of gives you a better idea of if you should reset or not, depending on what your opponent's doing. Like if you know that, they just reset, it kind of gives you more of a buffer for you to reset. You don't feel as pressured to try to play the stage out.
That is definitely a good point. It's hard to say because just this, I don't know, this mode itself is just something else. Card's another mystery chain, by the way. Shoutouts to him. That's 3 in this race alone. But there's like so many different answers you can do for situations, and like watching your opponent's screen could be good, it can be bad for you. Resetting early could be bad or good for you. Extending out chains, timing. It's why I love S-Hard so much. It's like a really big RNG category, but it's something different that I've never seen with any other game in speedrunning, or any other game in the series with speedrunning, because it's just, it feels so different every time you play it.
It's the OG randomizer.
Oh, Card's getting unlucky there. Oh, okay, the stat gets flattened. Did he send enough, though? No!
That's so disappointing. But TaymanND's also resetting on Gary, so if he gets soloed by Gary, yeah, I mean, even if he doesn't, he still has to get onto Mewtwo, so Cards still has a little bit of play here.
That's so unfortunate. I've seen multiple times from both runners just being a little bit short on the sends, and it's not something you're used to seeing by both of them, but that's what the losers finals pressure is going to do to you here. All right, Tay extending out this chain. He's going to keep going, waiting for Gary to do something else. He's going to go for the gamble right now. This could maybe be good. A low stack here. Only the greens can clear. A purple falls. Oh,
will the AI be smart enough? Nope.
I was so worried for a second if he dropped that green down first and just dragged that purple all the way across.
Yep.
That could have been the end of that Gary attempt right there. But that did not happen. Tay, Mewtwo time. Mewtwo's very special if you're unfamiliar, because you cannot reset on this stage or else you'll go back to Gary. And Tay is infamous for making Mewtwo strats more prevalent in the community. I don't think we're going to see that now because Mewtwo is getting rid of everything. Did Tay send enough, though? Oh, nope. The green and the yellow, or the yellow and the blue coming over. Oh, my goodness. He had to drop it early, but it was just hard to send a lot of garbage here. Still a very short stack on Mewtwo's side. Double 4 combos at the top. Keep an eye on that, even though there are blues and yellows lined up. This could be a kill from Tay. I think he's going to wait to play this out, and if it doesn't work, we may see a reset from Tay here. There it is.
Oh, there it is.
All right.
Reset on Mewtwo strats. All right. I see what he's putting down.
So that's a bit of a break there for Cards. He will gain a stage back, but he's got to finally get past Lorelei here. Another mystery chain coming out. I think Cards has set the record for the most mystery chains in one race right now.
You know what? I think he wants to do it where even if he loses, he gets the swag points, and I respect that.
Man, what an interesting race for the beginning here. It just seems like it's been in the palm of either one of their hands at so many points, but it's just like little screw-ups here and there. I've seen Tayman. I think he's been short on the garbage sin 3 times in this match, one being on Mewtwo, which would have already secured him the win. But because of that, Cards has a chance here. Finally, maybe a good setup. Hopefully clear these blues out. Oh, it cleared right before it dropped. Did he send enough, though? Oh, my gosh.
Dang.
I just made the same expression Cards is making in his webcam right now, because that's really what it's been for both players, is they've been getting these beautiful looks and they have not sent enough garbage. And Cards has just been on Lorelei forever too. I hope that's not getting in his head a little bit, because man, I hate going on runs when I'm just stuck on the same opponent for, what is it, 5 minutes or so for him now? But he gets the follow-up now. There's the kill coming in.
That's a sigh of relief right there.
And just...
Tayman's still resetting on Gary, so for Cards, this is a good moment right here, because he's like, I did it. I'm now on Bruno. Tay is still stuck on Gary. I got this. I got this.
And what was a 3-stage lead about 2 minutes ago, now back down to 1. Cards, let's see if he can get a little bit of momentum here. Tay's chain starting a little bit earlier than Cards, so I'm going to keep an eye on his. And yeah, Gary's doing a lot here. The greens have me worried, though, if he levels this out. Yeah, this should be a clear here. And look at on Cards' side. Everything's clearing out. Did he send enough? He did. And we are tied up.
We're going. We're going.
Oh, boy.
All right.
Yeah, that Mewtwo reset could have just been all there, man. I don't know. Like, I understand, like, Tay's thought process being ahead. All right, I got the time to go for this reset. But then at the same time, if I notice I'm on Mewtwo and my opponent's on Lorelei, I might elect to play out Mewtwo. But who knows? It could work out for him still, as that 4-combo garbage block falls to the very bottom. He resets that. I would have waited a second there, to be honest.
And I think the Cards has this.
Cards? Oh, okay. That 4-combo. I didn't want to see that again, dude. Oh, my God. My heart would have broke for him. But just like that, Cards takes the lead. Can he steal this race from Tayman right now?
Can you? Oh, if the Mewtwo reset strats makes it so Tay lost this match, I don't think he's ever gonna like ship that strategy ever again. Oh,
nah,
geez.
Tay. I think Tay has timed it out in the past, the utility of the Mewtwo strat. So I mean, it will be in the back of his head. He might not do it for the race, but I don't know if you can always root that out. One more mystery chain for the fans here. He needed to do it. Oh, he's got to be careful. If Mewtwo sent more, Cards actually would have died there. But I don't think Cards will entertain Mewtwo reset strats here, considering how close this is. And he probably saw Tayman with a failed attempt of Mewtwo reset. Look, Tay's got a good spot, by the way. This should be a kill.
Yep. There it is.
Oh, baby. Cards getting stuck here on Mewtwo. This is it. If Tay can get this quick kill, we could see him steal the race right back. But if Mewtwo is able to get some clears here, we could see Tay elect to play this out, and we could see a Mewtwo battle.
All right, Mewtwo is pretty low on Cards' side here.
Oh, he drops it! Oh, what a gift for Cards!
Is this it?
Oh, my goodness. I can't believe Mewtwo threw that hard at the end there.
Jeez, yeah. All right, let's see how quick Tay's gonna finish up Mewtwo
and his
here.
is killed too. Oh, what a race down to the end there. My goodness. That is one of the best races I've seen in this tournament by far. I
think that deserves some salt in the chat, by the way. Jeez.
Oh, for sure. Close the entire race. Huge trolls. A Mewtwo reset that unfortunately didn't pay out. I think it was the right call, believe it or not. Well, I don't know. It's hard to say, but once he finally did get the kill on Gary there, look, his second Mewtwo was 30 seconds. It just unfortunately took quite a bit of time to get that second Gary kill there at the end. But you know, it's Pokemon Puzzle League. It is what it is. Official times for both of our players for that race. We have Cards with a 27:35 and Tayman with a 27:52.
Bonkers. Just absolutely bonkers.
I think what you mentioned, though, that might be hanging out in Tayman's head for a little bit, though. That Mewtwo reset, that really is what a big factor of what happened in this race. We can't guarantee or not if he didn't reset that he would have won this race, but like that is just crazy. He had a 3-stage lead at the end, and Cards just managed to steal it. It wasn't with the quick kill either. He played it out, and fortunately, only a minute in, he was able to get it. Let's go ahead and give Cards that Pokeball, too. Oh, that is not Cards. Sorry, Tay. I wish I could give you a Pokeball right now, but we got to give that to Cards.
I think Tay has the right idea with Mewtwo reset strats, but that is for, like, optimal timing right there. Like, everything's going good. You know that if you reset Gary 2, you can beat him again with a quick kill. I think it's the correct strat to go. I don't think it's necessarily a race safe strat currently, as shown right here.
Yeah, it's very tough to determine. I don't know. It's like he had the confidence, and that's why I can support that, because he was going pretty smooth up until that point, and he's like, you know what, I have the lead for this, instead of risking possibly a 7-8 minute Mewtwo. Let's go for it. But oh man, I couldn't have asked for a better game one in this losers finals, and man, this is crazy. Tay now has to win these next 2 in a row. Cards on game point to go to Grands. Tay went undefeated in group stage. He 3-0'd his first round and then almost 3-0'd his second round. And then all of a sudden, 2-0 loss to FFR, and maybe could be a 2-0 loss here to Cards. That would be a really brutal way to end this tournament, considering S-Hard is like his category. I know he preached for a best of 3, but if he were to lose 4 S-Hards in a row, that's going to be a really bad feeling.
Oh yeah, that's like Icarus falling from the sky levels of disappointment right there.
Oh boy, I gotta collect myself as well, man. I feel like I was stressing harder than them during that race.
Oh no, it was. That's why I've muted myself, and I'm like trying to munch on an apple right now, because I'm just like I gotta get some calories in, hydrate. Like I'm pumped.
Tay's got his drink. I think he's doing the right thing. He is taking his time before rushing into this next race, and you really just got to forget about it and move on, because this game can live rent-free in your head, and if you just dwell on the past of what happened with that Mewtwo reset, it's not going to bode well for you in this next one. So I like the amount of time that he is taking for this second race here. I think, though, like, in terms of adjustments for either one of them, like, there's not much they need to do. There's actually one big thing. They need to make sure their follow-ups are on point, because their timing was pretty good for the most part. I saw a lot of good openings where they were getting kills, or they were going to get kills and got unlucky, or they didn't send enough. So for Cards and Tay, those second chain follow-ups or combo spam, whatever they elect to do at the end, those need to be on point. And here we go, race number 2.
I mean, I wouldn't necessarily say Cards wasn't sending enough. I mean, we're starting up a mystery chain counter for him, so he's sending a lot. I think it's more so when it's getting sent in his case right there.
Yeah, maybe it's more of a timing issue on Cards side, but what was it, like 4 times on Tayman's side? We we saw the one line short. I don't know.
Yeah.
I think it's just nerves and maybe just, you know, first race of the day, trying to get warmed up here. Tay already doing the quick reset here, and this should be the kill on Card's side. So he will be taking this lead here at the beginning. The thumbs up to the camera, of course.
I love that. I gotta say, I love the addition of the webcams. That just moments like that, it's awesome.
All right, you know what? Let's take a little bit of an ear to Card's side now. We listened to Tay for the entirety of round one. Let's see, because we didn't get to hear any of those mystery chains, and you know me, I love hearing those Pokemon cries over and over again.
Oh yeah.
Oh, and a beautiful lag chain. He tried to get some crazy swap there that might have been frame perfect, it looked like, to extend the chain. But it looks like it's probably not needed. 2 tall pillars on both sides here as Brock doing some crazy chaining. This should be the kill. I would be surprised if these hearts maybe line up. Yeah, that's the kill.
No.
All right, well, Tay did bounce back pretty quick here. He's got a chance here on Brock. Very little stop time. There will be no more clears, except for that yellow, but it's not going to lead up to anything here. All right, so pretty solid starts for both of them. Tay had that quick reset on Gary, but it looks like it's not going to mean too much here at the beginning.
No, they're both on Misty, and Cards is only like 12 seconds into Misty right now, so anything can happen here.
All right, Misty extending out this chain. Cards love seeing this. Just that one yellow block at the right, too. Beautiful kill here. Misty ain't going to do anything to that. And meanwhile, let's take a look at Tay's chain. Going to drop it. Has some tall pillars on Misty's side, and Misty actually going to do another chain here. So this is possibly good on Tay's side here. Maybe the reds, too.
You can drop it.
Oh, beautiful, beautiful. That's a kill.
There we go.
Oh, man, you love to see this start. I think it's... Has it been 4 quick kills, actually, in a row for Cards? Or, well, 3, I should say. And then pretty much 3 for Tay, excluding that first reset. Look, another long chain here from the opponent on Card's side. We're going to take a look at that left side here. Maybe the purples could get lined up, but this should be a kill.
Nope. Nice. That is exactly what you want to see right there. Abusing that AI logic right there.
All right, Tay also dropping. This has a chance because there's just that small pillar on the left side here. The yellow's unfortunately going to drop in place, and he does not have another 4 combo. So as soon as this gets cleared, that's a reset.
This is Card's chance to get a little bit ahead here. I don't know. This Erica's looking not too bad. Oh, he went with 3-4 combos. All right.
Dude, Cards just knows how to appeal to my heart. The amount of, like, mystery chains and the lag chains, all just the flashy moves right now. You love to see it, and you love to see it pay out most of the time, too. Though, I will say I don't think his mystery chain success rate was there, but the reason he's doing it in the first place is because the AI is not giving him much to work with.
All right, Tayman finishing with 19 seconds. Not bad, not bad.
All right, Cards playing this out. That should be a reset there. There's a bunch of combo garbage. Very confused look on his face there. Maybe not sure what Erica's doing, but because of that, Tay actually taking the lead here. A little bit of flash there on Tayman's side as well. He kind of had like a little bit of a lag chain there. And he's going to drop it with a very tall right side from Erica. Ooh, I think that was really close to a kill. Erica did not have a lot of stop time.
Meanwhile, on Card's side, there was looking to be something there, but with those water drops there, Erica did force a reset.
So it looks like Erica is going to be her first big wall for this run. Both of them had a very beautiful start, and SR is not going to let you keep that up forever.
Well, you know, there's like a element mismatch here. Like Ash got a Pikachu against like what, a Tangela and a Vileplume. It's just not going to work out.
If it's according to the anime, who knows, dude? Pikachu loses the good
Pikachu's
matchups.
just like God Pokemon. Like, it doesn't matter. It's like, yeah, I win.
It's like Pikachu's beating legendary Pokemon, and then all of a sudden we're 10 seasons in, and he loses to a trainer who's first day battling, and he's got like just a little baby Pokemon. You're like, come on, Pikachu, how did you manage this, dude?
But Tayman, it finished like, what? I think it was 22 seconds right there, and now he's on to Koga. Card's still stuck on Erica here, unfortunately.
Ooh, the separated pillars. This is one of Tayman's favorite setups. Lets it go here, even with the clear. Look at that. Koga using all the blocks.
That's...
A one line short, but enough time to still get the kill there. We got sync kills on both sides, but Tayman going to be up a stage still. Ooh, Tay got a gift there. He's lucky when that raise came up that those blocks were like not close to each other at all.
Yep. Like a split second and the AI would have forced the reset there.
Ooh, Cards doing a very early drop here. This could work out in his favor. Unfortunately, Koga's going to get those quick clears here. I got to assume he's going to do a reset here shortly because there are just way too many panels on Koga's screen here.
There it is.
Meanwhile, Tay's side, he's using everything he's got, but he's going to do a reset as well as it wasn't looking right. All right, Cards. He's going to keep extending this out, trying to get these yells in a direction. Oh, he's smart. He dropped that because look at that left side. It's so low. Please don't clear the blues. Please don't do it.
No, that's it.
Woo. I saw that exact clear happen on Card's screen earlier, so I was afraid that it might have happened again there. But it did not, fortunately for him. And look at that. He is back in the lead once again.
I gotta say, I much prefer the reset meta for the speedruns of this game. Before, we would get like 3-minute stages and just like, like, there's only so much you can watch chaining, but this keeps it a little bit more exciting, I think.
Reset strats have done so much for this game. Like back in the day, we had very skilled runners, but like legit race time averages were, you know, in the 30 or even the 40-minute range. Nice kill by Cards, by the way. But
23 seconds, yeah.
But just with the implementation of the double 4 combo, because it was used a little bit, but people weren't resetting as much still. And now these top runners, Tay and Cards, you'll barely see them go over 30 minutes, if ever. Like, it's kind of a fluke game when it does happen. You'll see them almost all the time in this 20-minute range or sometimes in that sub 20-minute range, like we saw last weekend with FFR Pro, who I believe got a time that was better than my PB. That man delivers in a live race setting. All right, Tay. Oh, that he got the send right at the end here, and he will get the kill. And Cards. Okay. Blaine decides to clear the greens horizontally, but still pulls the blues out of nowhere to get that clear. Oh my god, so many mixed emotions there happening on Blaine's screen. Tay will now be back in the lead.
Felt like time just froze there for Blaine there. It seemed like he was moving so slow, but still got the clear in.
All right, Cards extending this out. This is looking good. He's going to drop it. Blaine just has 4 panels to the right side here, but he's going to prioritize the left side first. This could be bad as the blues come over, and because of that, Tay's got a really good setup here. Is going to get a pretty definitive lead unless Cards can get a kill here. Oh, he drops the greens, but there's not enough set. No.
Darn, just that one line. It's always the one line.
It really is, man. I've seen it way too much today, and I hate to see it, especially with a race this close. We could see them both on Tracy right now. All right, Card's going to bounce back. It looks like Tay accidentally dropped this chain, but it could work out for him as here comes Tracy's chain. Don't look now on Card's side, too. That will be the quick kill secured. Bounces back very nicely. And meanwhile, on Tay's side, The down stack, no stop time here. We got to look out. This could still be the kill. No, clears the greens. Tay is known for those very quick resets, but I don't know. Like, if you're clearing that 4 combo garbage block at the bottom, sometimes I would elect to play it out and just see what kind of patterns drop. But then again, there's going to be a lot of clearing time, so I can understand that, like, frame 1 reset there. Oh, this is really good on card side. It's just that shock block over there at the left. Beautiful kill.
I think that's it. Yep. 24 seconds.
Look at here on Tay's side. Don't look now. Very eerily similar kills there. Just a little bit skinnier of a pillar on card side there on the right side. But both Tracy's getting dismantled here. And we're on to Rocket. Apparently, according to chat, Tayman threw his Poochie doll, dude. He's taking it out on Poochie, who isn't even in this game, man. How could he do that?
Poochie did nothing wrong for just to set the record straight here.
Definitely not in Puzzle League. I mean, I guess he inspired it a little bit, but technically, Poochie's not even part of the original game, so we really can't blame him at all.
No.
I can see Tay visibly getting really frustrated. I mean, that's like nothing new to him. He actually, I feel like he does really well under this like frustrating or anger, however you want to phrase it, because he just channels that into his gameplay and plays a little bit more focused. But I feel like if you let it get to you too much, maybe it can just influence your gameplay just a little bit too much. But who am I to say? Tayman, he's like, you know what? I was frustrated after that last attempt. I'm just going to destroy Team Rocket now.
Yeah, and if cards might be good too.
Dude, it's like the past 3 stages. This is what happens. Like someone takes the lead and someone bounces back immediately right now. These guys are going for possibly the best match of the tournament right now. We've had some bangers.
Yeah, one thing I'll notice, I'll mention actually more accurately. You can tell that these two players are really kind of cream of the crop with just how high they raise their stack before they kind of start firing. Like, it is half the time I look over at Tay's screen and he's like just half a panel away from topping out in his stack. Meanwhile, other players, they'll like leave 3, 2 lines. They're scared of that very top because they don't want to top out there, but these players have no problem doing that. They're super comfortable.
What a smart play over on Card's screen. He stopped his chain at the very last second, and look at that. He scammed Geo out of that stop time. He takes the lead now. Is Tayman gonna follow suit here and get the kill on Geo now? Keep the pattern alive? All this stop time on Geo's side. Drops the red early enough. Maybe here. Oh! I knew Geo was pretty low on stop time, but unfortunately not low enough there. Cards, if he dropped that, he had a chance, but I think he's smart in extending this because his chain was only at a 5 there, and he would not have had enough to top off. So now he's going to do this, playing it out to a mystery chain, which unfortunately he did a miss swap there. At least I believe that's what happened.
He's still keeping himself in the game, though. He does not have a lot of panels on his side, though.
Oh, Geo gets the very early clear on Tay's side. It's just going to be this big block, and yeah, Tay, another reset here. Geo giving him a little bit of trouble. Yeah, that is really what's tough, because you can extend out a little bit more on these later opponents, but since they do move quick, their early chain like this, what Richie did, it was just like a little bit too quick, and that's why you see Cards extending out these chains a little bit longer. Because if he did cut it off there and he sent enough garbage, he probably could have gotten the kill. But that's a gamble you take, and we've seen them multiple times just being short on the garbage send, so maybe that's why Cards is electing to extend these out longer. But it's just like He's not finding it. Every time he has been extending it out, these opponents just have not been able to find another big chain here. All right, here's a chain on Richie's side. Cards will drop it this time. Just a little bit of the panels there on the right side. And there's the kill. Good stuff from Cards.
Oh, he's fired up. You can tell. He's fired up.
Oh, no, those blues have me worried. Okay, he dropped the red down in there. All right. Tayman also passed a little bit of an obstacle here. Yeah, Cards is fired up because I think, well, that was a really clutch kill in the first place, but he knows he has this lead. He only needs one more race to make it to Grands to get his rematch with the FFR. He's just got to keep playing solid here, and this could be his match. All right, he's extending this out. Gonna keep going. A chain also on Lorelai's side. This is 2 tall pillars on both sides, and Cards will elect to drop it here. This could be good. Oh my, that's the worst possible scenario there. He flattened out the stack and found the clear to just get rid of everything. There's going to be reds lined up here. We're going to see a reset.
Yep. Now, Lorelai was a wall last time for him, so I'm really hoping it's not going to be a repeat.
That's true, and he was to Lorelai probably around the same time last time, and it took him like 6 or 7 minutes to get past her. So, yeah, let's hope he can get past this again, because you got to imagine if he does reset maybe once or twice more on here, that last race will probably be floating around in his head a little bit. But he's playing well here. He's definitely not dropping his chains. I'll give him that. His technical ability is on display right now as he needs it with Tayman getting that quick kill and Richie finally bringing it back to even here. Oh, that 5 combo. Is there going to be enough here? Those reds will fall in place. I'm pretty sure this is going to be a reset leading up here.
Yep.
Yeah, I hate when I'm right on those, but you just know it's going to happen. But look at this. If any people in chat are rooting for that game 3 here, Tay is definitely giving us some promise. And what a clutch drop. Oh, my Lorelai's not going to have any chance. Maybe the blues. Oh, no. Okay.
This is really close.
I was actually surprised Lorelai was doing the mount she was doing there. But Tay, that was actually well executed, and that's much of what I expect from him in this test hard mode. What a great kill from him to take the lead here. And maybe Cards, he's going to answer right back here, not let Tay go too far ahead. I feel like I'm repeating myself this whole match, but that's what's been happening, man.
This is becoming a nail biter.
All right, here we go on Tay. He's got that 9 chain. He's going to keep extending it out. Bruno's finally got a chain started here, so Tay's going to let it rip. This left side, he did... Did you see that chain? I've seen it happen a couple times on kills, but it was just some weird timing to where those reds cleared, like, before falling down, and because of that, Tay, another quick kill here on Bruno. And don't look now, Cards might get it himself here, the reds.
It's really close. I don't...
Oh, he goes to the left to clear the greens.
Oh, man, this is... Ooh.
Cards said, let's go, dude. He's excited. He's pumped. I'm pumped as well. We're once again tied at Gary in this series. And this time, we're only 19 minutes in. Both these runners on a very fantastic pace right now.
All right, now here's the real question. Is Tayman going to do a Mewtwo reset strat this time?
Oh, no. He's got to send his next garbage. No, Tay! Oh. I don't think he will if it gets to that case. And he just missed another kill there, just being a little bit short. All right, now Card's going to rip his, but I'm scared of those reds, and they're going to immediately kill too. Gary's slowing down the momentum and the excitement for the players and me.
I don't know, man. This is still pretty tight.
Oh, he clears it at the bottom first.
That's it. He's on to Mewtwo.
Cards, he's got hope. He's on to Mewtwo first. He's looking at it. He's looking at Tay's screen. Tay's gonna do a reset, so this is Cards' chance. Mewtwo is not free by any means, even though some people might preach it. But here we go. Cards, can he do this? Can he knock out our #1 seed? All right, Cards, he's got this chain. He's got his double fours already sent. He can't find the extension here, but this could be good. Mewtwo.
Oh, yeah, Mewtwo's really low.
Mewtwo cleared off a bunch. Mewtwo's going to lower and get both of those clears. Uh-oh. This could be bad, and Cards has not sent a lot of garbage either. Mewtwo might not be topped off here. Barely is, but he's got to send more here. He's got to keep going.
Cards is wait until that last second, too.
That's why he's got to keep going. One line short, Cards, no. And look, Tayman's now caught up. Oh, imagine if he just would have, spammed a combo. I think he was 2 lines short maybe there. But if he would have done a couple combos there was a chance. But I think he was just looking for Mewtwo to maybe just die off there. And now, advantage probably on Tayman here. Oh, wait, I know why he did that, and I'll explain it later. But let's keep an eye on this action. I totally forgot.
Tayman, he does have the 4 on the right there, but I don't know.
Tayman was extending it out, hoping Mewtwo would eventually get this clear, so he would clear that bottom garbage block before the next set of 4s came. All right, so why this was going on, I know why Cards actually delayed. He was waiting for Mewtwo to clear all his garbage so he could send another double 4 combo attack. So that was actually pretty smart by him.
He did the reset.
Wow. Okay.
I don't know if this works, like, holy moly.
He's confident with it, and I don't know, this could be a kill coming up on Card's screen. He's got the shock block separation here. If Mewtwo gets rid of everything, this could be it.
He did.
No, Cards doesn't have enough. Send it, Cards.
Drop.
Oh my god.
It is. 2 minutes and a second. Oh, I just want to point out that I called it.
You did the 2-0, dude. Cards, he almost extended it out one too much, and he got the kill at the end. Did you see that? It was about to raise to that 3rd row of panels, and it stopped halfway when that garbage dropped. What a clutch drop from Cards at the end to take the win and knock out our reigning champion from last year, Tayman, who likes to do the reset. And it might have been the right call here. Look at this, because he got the basically instant kill Gary, and he's going to look to maybe get a quick kill here on Mewtwo, and I think he will.
I think he will, yeah. There's nothing left.
The yellows, but no, it's going to drop down. Wow, what a great time from him, too. It was just so even this whole series, but, sometimes just some RNG here and there. Sometimes... Oh, crap. Tay has my stream up, so that's why I heard my voice. But, yeah, some RNG here and there. I don't know, man. There's so much I have to say, and I can't, unload it currently right now. But it was such a good race. GG's to Cards taking it.
So close. Like, if you look at the times, like I called it, it was a sweep. But and at first glance, you're like, oh, that must have been, boring. But then you look at the times, and you're like, oh, damn. That was some good racing.
True. And let me set this up really quick to display our champion, but we will have both of them in there. What a race, man. That was I couldn't have asked for more. Maybe a game 3, of course, but with how close that was the entire time, I couldn't have been more happy with the result. All right, there we are. There's our winner screen. Cards of the Heart, 2-0. He takes it. The clutch kills at the end. I can't believe that Mewtwo kill was frames away from maybe giving Tayman the victory there, since he got 2 quick kills to end it off. Holy moly, what a race.
Yeah, just bonkers. Just bonkers.
And with that, we're going to see a rematch and one of the old classics we've seen in online speedrunning tournaments, GDQ versus tournaments, Cards of the Heart and FFR Pro. Man, I cannot wait for that one. All right. We'll bring that bracket up for you. Hopefully I can get this to refresh here soon. But we do have both of our racers in chat right now. We have Tayman and Cards of the Heart. I'm going to start with Cards first. Congratulations, man. What a race. I'm sure you were keeping an eye on Tay's screen too. I mean, how are you feeling just in total after this?
Believe me, you saw my head turn for a constant direction away from my game screen on my left. Yeah, I was watching Tayman just about every chance I can get to see where he was, because quite frankly, I was very worried. I was very, very worried about this one, and the way Tay has been playing S-Heart lately, he gave me every reason to worry, because I was always worried about my starts. I always like to think my back halves of runs were usually consistently good, but it was always those first halves that would take me like 10 to 15 minutes to do well, and those are always worrying me. And then as I was watching back some of Tay's runs, the light bulb kind of went off a little bit. I mean, I was like raising my stack higher at the beginning to get those foes down quickly. Maybe I should be doing that at the beginning too. And I've started being more aggressive with my stack raising at the beginning and taking out the chains longer earlier on in the run. And it helped. It definitely helped get through some first halves in like 10 to 12 minutes, and that allowed me to have a bit more wiggle room to get through the rest of the run than I would have normally. And yeah. Also watching over Tay basically reinforced the idea I need to reset more, because I have a habit of letting some stages play on a bit too long, and I was definitely trying to be more careful with how long I let certain stages play out. Just all in all, I can't believe it. I had no business winning this. I cannot be happier to completely bust open my own prediction bracket even more than it already was.
Yeah, I think we counted 5 mystery chains in that first race. It was ridiculous, man. Like the amount of stylish swag you had throughout the whole thing. It was definitely appealing to my good side there, but you did what you did. And now I'm going to talk to Tay a little bit, because we had a little bit of a debate here, and I'm sure you know what's coming, dude. That first Mewtwo reset strat, do you regret that first off, or do you think still that was the right call?
I mean, it's the right call, because I can't really assume that Gary's going to take like 5 minutes to do something. Like, maybe... I think it should have worked. You saw that I had the quick kill on Gary. Like, I had to kill him 3 times, essentially, because one time he had a horizontal, the second time he black holed me. If I saw the card was still on Lorelei, and I was like, I'm not going to risk this 5-minute Mewtwo. But then when you see that, like, Cards is Mewtwo's, like, give him, end up very charitably for him, that you could cite that as, like, maybe you should play out that Mewtwo, see what happens. But I'm more confident that I can get the 2 quick kills. So, like, I think the jury's still out on the Mewtwo reset strats. I don't think they're the wrong decision. I think it was the right. I could justify the right call, especially on the second one, which we saw obviously went out to your favor, and there was Cards was 1 chain away from that Mewtwo extending out, and you would have actually gotten that second kill. But I guess the big question, or not a question, but the thought in my mind was just being up 3 stages. I mean, I don't know. Like, I don't think there's an incorrect decision, like you said, but that was something that popped up in my head. And, you know, it is Puzzle League at the end of the day. You never can know what can happen. Do you feel like you played well, though, I choked a little bit at the end, especially on that one of those Mewtwo's. I dropped my chain at X3. Otherwise, I think I played pretty solid. I was one line off Mewtwo that first run, which cost me like 7 minutes and the match. I'm pretty sure the game didn't drop my garbage in time, like as usual, and also, I'm just gonna try to complain charitably right now, without being a total butt. God, this game, man.
Hey, that's fair. I can totally relate to that. It is Puzzle League at the end of the day, and you had one hell of a run to being undefeated in group stage, making it all the way to winners and losers finals, and just coming up a little bit short. It's been a pleasure to watch it, and I think legit, like, this race, even though it was, you know, only 2 races, it was a 2-0. You guys were like never apart by 3 stages, and most of the time it was either one stage or the same stage. Like,
Dude, I saw that. Such good viewing material.
like, you made Cards sweat. We were looking at his facial reactions the whole time, and he was relieved every single kill he got at the end of race 2.
I was literally looking over my shoulder, Tay, watching you most of the entire time.
Yeah, I don't know, like, it doesn't help. Like, I don't know why we do this. I think we just like to know where we stand. And I guess it can kind of matter when it comes to the E2 resets possibly, but otherwise, we just, I don't know, we just like to know how the race is going, and like, do I need the sweat right now, or is my opponent getting trolled for 7 minutes and I can ease off a bit? And you did get trolled for 7 minutes, and you did win, so...
This game's crazy, man.
Not gonna lie. In game 1, when I got that Gary kill, I knew I had a shot to take it right there, because I saw you getting trolled for so long, which is unfortunate to see happen to anyone, especially people at this high a caliber. But when I got that Gary kill, I was definitely popping off, trying to psych myself up for that Mewtwo. That was not going to happen if I wasn't watching.
Well, I think I saw that your Mewtwo, like, wasted 5 lines on that first game, and then
probably
gave the kill. And it's like, yeah, what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do when your Gary takes 5 minutes and your opponent's Mewtwo just does that? You know, I think it's Puzzle League. I'll be fine in a few minutes. Just kind of sucks in the moment, but of course, I'm glad we could put on a good show for everyone, and of course, I'll be around to hopefully do some commentary during the finals. And well, now I'm gonna go into massive debt because I'm only getting 10% of the prize pool. So the eviction notice just came in right as I lost that game. I'm gonna sell all my stuff and try to make it on the streets.
They were watching the game and they were like, well, if he loses, I'm gonna come here with this eviction notice right now.
Hey.
I think I speak for everyone saying that was such an entertaining match, so thanks, Tay.
I'm glad.
I got one more question for both of you. I'll start with Cards. You got FFR Pro for the finals. We were talking, this is like one of it's probably the classic of it. How are you feeling? What do you think your odds are, especially after beating Tay today?
I think I'm gonna repeat what I said at the Open. I think I actually posted it in my stream alert in my personal Discord server when I said before this match it was time for me to get clowned, and I think just for good luck I'm gonna expect to get clowned once again, because man, FFR just been playing on another level in this tournament. Hasn't really let off the gas that much.
2021.
So it's gonna be a very uphill battle.
Yeah, 2021 looking to possibly be the year of FFR Pro 21 if he's able to win this. So I'm looking forward to that match. Tay, you got knocked out by both of these. I gotta ask for the juicy drama. Who do you think's winning it?
Pokemon Puzzle League.
Pokemon Puzzle.
Yeah.
Good answer.
Gosh. Like, the 1-0 advantage, it does matter a lot. I think it's going to be really close. I think FFR Pro is going to take it in 5 because he just has the magic fingers apparently with that game, with that mode. You know, getting world record last year, getting like a 21 and a 17 against me. He's like, what are you going to do about that?
Yeah, that's something to
knows?
compete with. Like, he actually beat my PB in that race. So I'm like, yeah, I actually would not have beaten him at all. But
Nope, and neither of my times would be beating him at that rate here either. So, yeah, I'm not expecting to do all that well by comparison.
well, one final GG's to both of you guys. It's been a pleasure. Aries, thanks for commentating with me. I'm gonna let Cards say a little bit here just so I don't get the time wrong. As you guys see, we do have our grand finals next week. And Cards, can you tell us what's going to be happening with that?
Yeah. We're gonna have our grand finals set for this Saturday, the 13th, at our usual 4 p.m. Eastern Time. FFR Pro will be starting that match up 1-0 against yours truly, and you'll definitely want to tune in because not only are we going to crown a Pokemon Puzzle League champion, there might be something else that might get talked about on that broadcast. So I implore everyone in the puzzle community to come join us for that one. I think it's going to be memorable for multiple reasons.
For sure. All right, you heard it here from Cards. Make sure to tune in November 13th, this coming Saturday, 4 p.m. Eastern. It is our final match of the tournament, our grand finals. Who's going to be taking home a whopping 40% of the prize pool? We'll find out soon enough. But that's going to do it for our broadcast today. Thanks to Aries once again for commentating. Thanks to all the Twitch viewers for viewing. And thank you guys for whoever's watching this on YouTube later. I hope you guys enjoyed. But we'll see you guys for our final match of the Pokemon Puzzle League 2021 Speedrun Tournament. See you guys then.
Till next time, everyone.
Take care.
See ya.